Hello and welcome back to the channel Life of Bonsai. So today I'm going to be working on this Barbados cherry. I'm going to be putting it into a root over rock style. I have this aquarium rock and this pretty good training pot. It's pretty deep and I'll be just setting it up here. I'll be showing you the process, and as you can see for this tree I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this. There was just a straight trunk and I had no idea of how to proceed with this tree. But looking at the root system, it's got pretty nice roots for a root over rock, and hopefully I'll be able to apply a little bit of movement up at the trunk. So we'll see what we can come up with, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this root over rock Barbados cherry. So here we go, and I have my little anti-mess and I'm going to be removing it off the pot, and I might have a lot of soil left over, so I think I might do it inside of here so I can reuse the soil. And I need to remove the tree off the pot. Now with this one, when I just sleep potted into the container, I did not remove any of the original soil, so that's what I'll be doing right now. I'm going to bare root this tree. So that's what I'll do. Pretty excited about this project to see how it turns out. Looks like those roots are really gripping into this. Want to mess with them too much. It's just a whole mess of roots in here. You'll see. Here we go. And yeah, I'm going to need to do some root pruning. Remove all the old soil that I can. Hopefully I can do all of it. There's a mesh stuck right here. Now this would be my second time attempting a root over rock. I've done one before with a trident maple. It was, for what I thought, it was winter, and I thought that the tree was dormant. And it was, but the tree never woke up. And I believe that was due to some root growth or something like that. So this is going to be my second attempt, and again, this channel is all about learning and failure. So we do experimenting and we work on enhancing our techniques, and we learn along the way. So without mistakes, we can't really learn sometimes. So we have to make mistakes in order to learn. So we are just removing as much as I can. Pretty nice root system, pretty healthy roots, which is nice. I have a lot of roots here that are great for the root of a rock. And just need to remove all of that soil to see better what I'm working with. So I have all of them removed, most of it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to wash the roots completely. Might not even need to do that. I'm going to see what I need to prune off. I have a whole mess of roots. Whole mess here. And I don't want that. I want to have a clean root system to start with this project. So to start off, get my pruners. Oh. Now to start off, I have a really ugly root. I might be able to move this one and use it on the design. But back here, I don't want to get rid of that root, but it's just twisted underneath these other ones here. There's no way to bring it out. I'm going to have to get rid of it. So here it is. Get rid of it. And it's got a lot of fitted roots on it, but oof, that's okay. We are going to make some progress here. Now we have a big root that goes under and over. If it's flexible, I might be able to just move it over the rock. This one under, it's like right under everything, so I don't need that because I need to place my rock under all these roots. So if this is in between, there's no need for it. I am going to get rid of it. Clean up and to get a nice, so what I want, my goal is to have something. This is the rock right here. I want to have it sitting like this, so I kind of have one. See, it's gonna be like kind of like slanted to the side a little bit, so that's exactly what I want. But as I'm having, there's a lot of roots just coming from the inside. So if I want this shape and all these roots are in there, it's just gonna mess the design. So I need to get rid of those roots. Okay, so let's test it real quick. I have my rock and I need to place this over. Hopefully my hand is not all in the video, so I like covering the whole screen. So yeah, perfect. You see, this is going to be going over. And this is pretty nice actually. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply some raffia and just wrap it around with raffia, and then maybe add some like a aluminum foil or something like that, just to keep the moisture on it. And then I'll be removing that as the tree grips on the stone. But I think this is really nice. Honestly, I'm really liking it. So I have my design here. I'm just gonna water a little bit more. I think it's great. Anyway, so I think this is going to be the design. I'm going to place this over and just attach them to the rock, and I think that's gonna look pretty interesting as it develops. So it's gonna fit pretty nicely. There's like some little creaks here, little cracks on the rock, and that's where you want to place those roots inside those little cracks so they can grow into those. So I have my raffia here that I'll be using to wrap this roots. And make sure that everything is nicely on place. This one here doesn't want to stay. That one is there. We have this one. Nicely placed. Perfect. Go around one more time, making sure that I keep them in place. And once they grip, the raffia is just gonna come off. So doesn't mean it has to stay there. It's just to hold it on place. I think that's looking pretty nice, honestly. I'm liking it. I didn't think it was gonna turn out this nice. So guess I surprised myself a little bit. Going to tie it. It was harder than I thought. I wanna loosen it up. Pretty good. One more time. Some people like to use wire, but I don't want to have any wire bites. I'm sorry, any wire bites on the actual roots because they're going to be exposed. And if you show all those wire bites, then it takes away from the original design or making it look like it was just originally in nature, something that occurred, and the rock just, the tree just grew on the rock. So that takes away from that visual perspective. So I just applied a little bit more here just to get, and then this one needs to go down. And some of them I'll be getting rid of some of those roots, but right now I don't want to completely root prune the tree. So there you go. So here's my design. I think it's gonna look pretty nice. Let me put it on the actual pot and fill it up with soil. Here's a close-up. I'm really excited. Now there's a little gap in there, so we'll see how we can figure it out and fix it up. But I think it's gonna turn out really nicely, honestly. And I'm going to cover up those roots a little bit just to not have them exposed. But so far, so good. So what I'll be doing here is I cut down an old pot that I had, and I don't really think this is necessary. I think you can just maybe wrap with some grafting tape, but I'm gonna play safe. This is pretty much my first attempt. The other one failed, so I don't want this to fail. So I don't want these roots, because from here they're pretty much dried out, but down here they're all pretty much fresh roots, and I don't want them to dry out. So I'm going to place this over, and I'm going to fill up with some maybe perlite or maybe some regular soil, and I'm going to just make sure that it stays in place with some grafting tape. I don't have to do much, it's just so I can keep it in place. Just one more. And that's it. So what I'll do, I'll fill it up with some perlite. And this is what I have. Now, I know this is not a show quality bonsai, and it's not meant to be. Because remember, bonsai, it starts like an ugly tree. It starts like a whole mess, and slowly you build it up to becoming a nice bonsai. So in a few weeks, I will be removing this and expose the roots slowly, because I want those roots to grip into onto the actual rock, and that way the tree is more stable and it looks so much better on the rock. I'm going to leave this just whipping down, and now looking at the tree, I actually like a whipping down style, root of a rock whipping down. So I might be able to wire those branches right here, just give them some movement. I actually like that. So maybe that's what I'll do. But for now, that is it for the video. I really do appreciate you guys sticking to the end. Please subscribe, share, and you guys have a great day. I'll keep you updated.